Welcome back to the Hermitcraft FTB server. And things have been changing here a little bit. As you can see, I've built a section onto the side of the base here, or at least I've started at it. And now my little power arrangement here, I ended up with 3 generators, and I set up rigged up hoppers feeding coal into them directly from the AE system, and so on. And even with that the power cell, this thing hooked in, supplying juice to it, it wasn't getting enough juice. And the way I can tell that is that, well, I made a mistake. I let the thing continue running when I logged out. And I logged back in to find all of this stuff empty. All the coal that they had available was burned, and the system was shut down. Basically, these were providing some of the necessary power, but I think the bulk of it was coming from that power cell, which of course eventually ran flat and allowed the whole system to shut down. There's still plenty of coal in the system. It's just that 3 generators wasn't enough to keep enough power running to keep this thing turned on. So, and it's just as well, I ran through something like 3,000 coal overnight before it finally did shut down, so that's not going to be the way to go. So I'm figuring on, we need a new power system, and I'm not going to put it in here. Hollowed out a new room down here, and this is going to be where the power system is going. Let's see. I fired up the system a little while ago, long enough to pull some of this out, some steam dynamos, and got some cable here. Well, I'll probably need a little bit of that. I'll need some of this, and I've got some water. And let's see. Actually, I am going to have to fire the system up to get some things out of it. Okay, right here, this is where the ME cable is going to come down. Alright, that'll take care of that. Plug the rest of that with stone. Power will go up from there. Let's see, I saw a power cell in here. Hardened energy cell. Not the greatest, but it'll do. We'll just pop that thing there. Alright, that's an output. The rest of these are inputs. That's what I want. Okay, good. And there's no power in it, of course. Let's see. These steam dynamos, if we set these things along here, like so. And let's see, they need to have water run to them, and they need to have coal or charcoal or something to burn run to them. Alright, let's see. Well, the water I could probably take care of. I'll just run a line underneath. And that should take care of that. Okay, where's my liquid duct that I had? Okay. And now if I place an aqueous accumulator over here someplace, surround it with water, and run this piping over there. That should take care of their water needs. So it's time to head in here and crank this system up and get an aqueous accumulator put together. Oh, you're kidding me. There isn't an aqueous accumulator in the system? Alright, that's fine. No, there isn't. Alright, we need this harvester and a planter. Yeah, I made up some of these bricks to throw in there because that's needed. Alright, one harvester. A planter. What are you waiting on? Shears. There we go. All right. What else do I need? I need to throw some of this rubber in there because it's needed. It has to go in. I know I'm missing something here. How's the power holding up? Not very well. We've got to get power generation going good enough to be able to keep stuff going. I didn't get the accumulator I needed. Good night. Well, let's make a pattern for it first. God, I wish I'd learned to type. Get me a... system just went dark. Yeah. I have to let that charge up before it's going to be able to run the system. Alright, fine. While that's charging, I'll show you what I've got up here. I've cut a corridor out here. And this is where the MFR farm is going to go. Let's go ahead and set the planter in right here where it's going to be in the middle. And as I understand it, the harvester will have to go here. Alright, and one of the things that I need the AE system back on for is to craft the range upgrades that'll make these things able to handle this whole 9x9. And now this here, I cut this for the purpose of bringing in the power lead. But honestly, I need to do something here. Well, let's just do that. I'll run a power line and an ME cable line through there and up through these blocks to connect to the rest of the stuff, to provide power and also connection to the ME system to supply, well, this thing's going to have to be supplied with saplings, and other one up there is going to have everything that it cuts drawn off of it. So, for crying out loud. How long is it going to take this thing to charge? Yeah, it's going to take quite a while to charge both of those bat boxes up to 40,000. Well, I go ahead and use some of the coal to help speed that up. I got some charcoal over here too. These hoppers and such and whatnot, and that is all full of wood to be cooked into charcoal as soon as I have enough power to run the bloody thing. Alright. Actually, alright. Now all 3 generators will provide power as they have fuel available to do so. Let's see, will that be enough to bring the system online? Not yet. Not until its reserve power is charged up. Well, yeah, it's looking really awkward and crazy and stupid, but once I get things going, it'll sustain itself. The trick is getting it to that point. I'll be back when I have the stuff out of that thing that I need. Alright, I think I've got something figured out here. And we won't talk about how long it took. So, put piping here and here. Now right down here, we will eventually have an aqueous accumulator as soon as I can build one. In the meantime, the piping is all in place. Alright, now, that out of the way. And we take the energy conduit. Let's get the first 2 going. Let's just leave it at that. We'll arrange to get 2 of these suckers going. And for that matter, go ahead and water them. Oh, you have to right click to water them, right? Yeah. Alright, so. Oh, not that way. From the center. From the center. Alright, so we'll water these 2 of them. Get them fully watered. Alright, 2 more buckets. And that's enough to run them for a while. Now, fuel, anything that burns, not a problem. I said I had a lot of wood. That lumber axe. Alright, so we'll put a stack of logs in here, we'll put a stack of logs in here, and this one will accept the power and output it up to the one on top. And I'll have to keep feeding water into the thing, but that's alright to start with. Power coming in here. And now, let's see. Theoretically, if I just connect that energy conduit, that should be enough. So we'll try that. Alright. Aqueous accumulator. Craft. You're taking too long. What's wrong? Missing material. 10 gear and pneumatic servo. Oh, you would come up with that goofy rant. Gotta hold shift. When you hold shift, it stops rotating. Just plain glass. There we go. That's the one we want. Encode this. Now the tin gears. Okay, what kind of tin do we have? We've got this kind. There. Encode that. Drop these in here on an empty page, or a page where there's room. Well, now we have an aqueous accumulator. A couple of them, in fact. Alright, fine. Yeah, it's filling them starting from that end. Okay, fine. While it does that, I expect that to go dead anytime now, so let's grab some coal, because that'll be better fuel than the wood. Alright, now more of these conduits. Alright, now we now have some power generation going on. Alright, now the system will be able to run at full power and we won't need to use this generator setup. I will have a use for the generators later on. What I'm going to need to do is get some power over here to this redstone furnace so that it can start turning the rest of this wood into charcoal, which is the reason I got that wood in the first place. Alright, so now there's power coming over there, going up to the redstone furnaces. Okay. Yeah, the sucker's cooking, dropping out coal, or charcoal. And I'm not going to have it get sucked into the system right away. But now, okay, we need more ME cable. Let's just get a stack of it. Let's see, I have an export bus. I'm going to need like 7 more. And we'll run ME cables with export buses down to those steam boilers down there so that we can keep them supplied. And that setup will keep enough power generation going on to actually keep this sucker running. Wait a minute. Nether quartz dust and fluix dust. Missing materials, nether quartz dust. Oh crap, I saw some nether quartz over here. Here's some. Not too freaking much. Alright, this stuff. It's got to be macerated or pulverized. Okay, fine. Pulverizing. Alright. Hopefully that will be enough for the time being. Obviously I'm going to have to set up another quarry in the nether or something. Glass. I remember seeing some glass somewhere. Oh, for crying out loud. You mean to tell me I have no glass? Alright, we'll just have to make this be enough for the time being. Cancel that. Alright. We've got 2 import buses. I wanted export. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright. We'll put an export bus on here. Run this cable over and down to it. Set that to output coal, so that at least this one dynamo will continue running until I can get some materials to get more export buses. Wait a minute. I have more export buses. Take them off of that. Alright. And now set each... basic export bus. There we go. Set these guys to deliver coal. Alright, we've got coal and water being provided to this thing. Go ahead and throw a torch down there and close that up. Okay. So we got 4 of these suckers running. Okay, the power from this is going straight up into the other one, which has a considerably larger capacity, and it's charging. So this will charge, and then the one down below will charge, and this sucker is getting power to produce a whole crap load of charcoal, which eventually we're going to switch the system over to running on that. Okay, so there we go. We got that going. And what I'm going to have to do is run power out here for this and run, well, there again, I'm going to need my import-export buses and my ME cable, which I don't think I can make very much more of it right now. But we're on the way. This tree farm will end up providing the wood that automatically supplies charcoal, which will keep the power system running. It's a little kludgy, but it's getting going, and then from there we can work on real power systems to last a long time and produce more power than we will ever need, because that's only the best kind there is. More than you need. So we're making progress. I'll grant you it's slow progress, it's sluggish, and like for example this stuff. I had gotten quite a bit done here with all this Thaumcraft 4 stuff, but you know something? I have forgotten everything I knew about Thaumcraft 4. I haven't got a clue where to go or how to start up with this at all. And the only way I know of is to look out for some videos that show how to do all that stuff, and spend about 4 days watching videos, and I'll get a good clue fast, but I don't want to mess with that right now. I want to first get a stable power solution going, which I'm on the way to that. I can probably actually leave this going for a while now. Let's see. Yeah, I've got 13,000 coal, 1,200 charcoal. So I'll go ahead and dump these in there. Okay, so there's enough coal to keep things going for a while, but I've got to get some materials that will let me build the stuff I need to finish getting this arrangement put together. And by the way, how much do I have in the way of saplings? I didn't think to check. Saplings. Oh boy, I've got like 94 oak saplings. That's not so great. Oh well, it's a start. It's a start. Alright, so I'm going to continue working on this, and I will check back in as soon as I can with some more updated goodness, and see what we can do about getting over this power crisis. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.